These are gonna be f***ing ridiculous, dude.
Alright, Poi Spinners, today Mr. Knots with UltraPoi is going to show you how to stay in your lane, and I'm not talking about telling you to shut the f***. Hey guys, this is part 1, Poi, Fundies and Funsies. Forgot what's the lesson I'm teaching this time?
Staying in your lane.
Oh shit, that's right. So when I was learning about Poi personally, I didn't actually learn about lanes. That's something that, I don't know if it wasn't developed till later, I just didn't discover it. Lanes is one that I think was particularly helpful for beginners because it doesn't just talk to you about planes like we talked about in the last episode, which if you haven't seen it and you don't know about those, I would recommend going back to the cute little title card in the top of the screen and watching that, liking, and subscribing in that video, and if you've seen that video already, then you should do that now. I'll give you a second. Okay, we cool? No? You better go hit that button. Alright, since I know that everybody just did, because y'all are homies, I can continue. So without further ado, Lucas is going to explain. Mr. Knots, whoever I am, is going to go explain lanes.
Lanes!
I have bronchitis.
Stop. Stay in your lane, Poi Spinners. You would never use a stop sign for a lane change, I'm just realizing. This doesn't actually work practically. So in the last tutorial, we did planes, right? This one, and this one, right? What we're going to learn is, in gloving, they'd call it dimensions, which would be like moving back and forth and doing that thing. And in Poi, we're going to talk about it as lanes. The way that I'm going to actually teach this, I am going to use a butterfly because A, you're going to learn a trick, which is great, and because that's fun. We like tricks, right? That's why we're doing Poi. It's also going to really help explain this concept, I think, in a very meaningful and simple way. Butterflies, you'll notice that the Poi aren't actually hitting each other. If I was doing these technically in perfect planes, they would just smack each other, right? If I was going in a perfect circle, it would just be going boop, and they'd hit each other. What we're trying to do is figure out how to spin in a way where you're not hitting your Poi and where you can even move forward and back. Basic thing, this is a butterfly. This is a butterfly weave, okay? And the butterfly weave is how we're going to learn how to do planes. So we're gonna do 2 tricks in one video, one basic ass concept, but the concept is gonna be something you can apply to a million things, and the 2 tricks you can also apply to different things.
It's structural learning. There's intention to this, actually.
So in order to do a butterfly, you're essentially just going to do a single beat up and down with each Poi, right? So 1, 2, 1, 2. So what my hand is doing is going 1 to the top and the bottom, right? When my hand hits the top is when the Poi crosses the apex at the top, and then when my hand hits the bottom is so
4th at the bottom.
Notice which direction the Poi is spinning. You can do it in either direction, just know that the other Poi will be spinning in the opposing direction. So, this way, and your other Poi going in the opposite direction that the first one is going. Same line, right? So, you'll be doing this. We'll get to timing. This is in same time, but we'll do the timing tutorial in a future video, next 1 or 2. It's coming soon. I'll look at the, when the roster's in front of me.
I'm not a memory-based person, okay?
And you're gonna start bringing them closer together. And again, if you're doing it totally perfect, you'll notice the Poi are hitting each other, and you might get frustrated with them hitting each other. Frustration is natural. If you didn't get frustrated, if you haven't been frustrated yet, you might be the avatar. I mean, someone out there's probably not been frustrated by spinning Poi. They're like that guy that's like,
oh, this has all been a great time. I picked up all of these tricks super duper quickly.
like they could just literally see what I just did and do it. Yeah, if you're that guy, you. To everyone else who's frustrated and they're hitting themselves, feel better because it's natural. What I do for my butterflies is my wrists are slightly in front of each other. Now this is where the lanes come in. Hi everyone, closer now. My wrist is here, right? So instead of having them in the same lane, which would be right here, my hands are gonna be even, my hands are gonna be slightly behind one another, so that you can actually see where this trick is slightly bent. I'm also kind of just bending the Poi at an angle as well. Even still, you can see that the placement of my wrists being in front of one another is important. And when I do the butterfly weaves, this is just an exercise in changing lanes. So when you're on the butterfly, I'm assuming you've learned the butterfly, you just went to that part where I explained it and just kind of went back and forth.
Maybe like one more thing on the butterfly, okay?
You started out, you're doing these beats, right? You started out, you come in, and then you practice that, obviously. You're gonna hit yourself a couple times. You do the thing where you make sure that your wrists are positioned properly and the ropes, right? Okay, so you have that down. Now that you have butterflies down, the butterfly weave, but you're going to spin one at your elbow. It's like a super exaggerated butterfly, right? You guys like how I'm bending at the angle to make sure I'm in frame?
Top tier. Content creation, everyone.
I don't need to?
No.
Nice, okay, I'm gonna stop doing that then. So you're going to, on the downbeat, switch which poi is by your elbow and which is at the front by the top of your hand, out, extended. 1, 2, 1, 2. S tier, right? So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that little switch is something that once you figure out more things, you're gonna be able to do and weave in and out of your lanes in a bunch of different ways. But for now, this 1-2 motion is what you're gonna try to figure out. You see the way that I just did this? I am moving in and out of my lanes here, and making sure that my poi don't hit each other when I'm transitioning in and out of my lanes. That particular motion is more advanced. I wouldn't recommend like trying that as an exercise or anything, but that's just to give you the idea of like lane here, lane. You guys understand? Am I over-explaining? It's lanes, you get it, okay? Apparently there's someone coming into this lane to the right of me, so signal. It's great. Perfect.
You broke my sign.
Stop! Viewer, I didn't think so. Do it. Thank you. I'm sorry, that was aggressive. I didn't mean to just like hijack the whole video with a stop sign. It's in theme with the video, so I did mean to, but god damn it, the lighting changed again, mother. A cute little exercise you could do to work on lanes is hold one poi and then just try to do weaves in front of and behind it, right? This is just gonna help you practice moving in and out of a space, showing you how to avoid an object and clean up those planes and lanes. We're working in both of the lessons today, everyone. It's sequential and you have to work in a order. You liking watching me just do this as I needlessly explain how the structure of a tutorial series works? Ooh, I put it behind my back too. That's another lane. Aha! Oh, wee!
Do I need to explain this anymore?
We got butterfly weaves down. If you guys want to try butterfly weaves, you could do it in both directions. Wow, that was way needlessly complicated. Hold the phone. If you want to try butterfly weaves, voop, 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 voop. There we go. That's how you do it. Weaves. I mean, lanes. Oh, that was another use of lanes too. As you go in on that lane. Lane. Oh, that's a cool one. This is gonna help you learn hyperloops one day.
I'm gonna do a whole tangle series.
And everybody's gonna love it because it's my favorite show, or my favorite trick. Everyone's gonna love it. Okay, I think I'm done. I think that was explained well enough. Thank you everyone for watching. Till next time, that was 3. That was lanes, butterfly, and butterfly weaves. That was a 3 for bonus content, and it's just as free as the last time you subscribed.